Hello and welcome. Today we are clubbing some seals. We are in the Tier 5 Japanese destroyer, the Kamikaze R, and you can blame Anthony for that. We're not clubbing Tier 7s though, because there are none in this match. There are some Tier 6s though, but I think it hardly matters. So why is the Kamikaze R such a strong ship now? It's because she is basically like the Minakaze used to be at Tier 5, where she has very strong torpedoes for its tier that are really fast reloading. Like, I think these torpedoes are down to like a 40-second reload. The ship has very good concealment, 5.4 kilometers. She has the usual smoke and hydro. The guns are pretty mediocre, so if you do run into a gunboat, you probably don't want to fight her. But you do have quite a lot of HP for a Tier 5 destroyer. 12,850, although this is with survivability expert. But the main strength is in the torpedoes. They are fast reloading, they only go 7 kilometers, but that's okay because your concealment is pretty good. But the fast reloading torpedoes, although you only have 6, although for a Tier 5 destroyer that's pretty good, you might only have 6 of them, but they reload so quickly, and they are fairly stealthy and pretty high damage for Tier 5 torpedoes, and relatively fast, so these can be really unexpected for a lot of battleships, because, look, 40-second reload on torpedoes? I mean, just think about that one, okay? That's the kind of reload some battleship guns have at higher tiers. So, being able to launch that many torpedoes is pretty obnoxious. Now, the ship does have one pretty glaring weakness, and that is aircraft carriers, and we are in a CB match, so technically, I can be countered. Oh, another thing is that at Tier 5, she's pretty maneuverable, and she's kinda small, so pretty difficult to hit. Oh, well, the Nicholas and the Mitsuki decided to trade each other. I guess that means the cap zone is free for me. Although I think I will have to reposition because, look, there's a Bayern, Andrea Doria, Haruna, König behind me. There's no way this Texas comes and fights. So we're gonna take the cap and reposition somewhere else. Sadly though, the CV hasn't been attacking here, so we're likely to run from a position where the CV isn't attacking to a position where the CV will be attacking. But I have to. In a ship like this, you really cannot chase battleships, because your torpedo range is only 7 kilometers. By the time you launch them, or I mean when you launch them, even if you're as close as you can get without getting spotted, by the time the torpedoes get to where the enemy ship should be, well, they're already much further away. And then the torpedoes simply run out. Also, speaking of survivability expert, of course we took our 21-point Shima captain, because my Shima is spec'd for a torpedo destroyer, and this is a torpedo destroyer. The one thing I am missing on it is last stand. I would really like to have it, but I don't have the extra point. Anyway, we are finally bothered by airplanes, but luckily they just flew over us. I wanna drop torps on this Texas. I have a smoke screen, so even if she is too close, we should be alright. Oh, the CV is back. That's not great, because I'd like to slow down and smoke up, but I need to dodge these torps first. That hurt a little bit, but I think these torps are gonna hurt the Texas even more. And we also found the Nevi, or Nemesis, from earlier. This time though, we're gonna be in a smoke screen, so we get a few shots off too, hopefully. Okay, we should be able... Yeah, we have avoided these. Ooh, goodbye, Texas. Shouldn't have picked a fight with a torp destroyer, buddy. I'm gonna use speed boost to try to dodge a little better. Okay, we should be able to avoid these. Yep. The other thing I was a little worried about is Nevi torpedoes, but they apparently actually didn't even have enough range. That's okay. So, our torpedo tubes are actually reloaded already, so maybe it's time to just launch them, because it's not like I'm gonna need them for the next 36 seconds. Okay, and it's time to head for the, well, B-cap. The reason I want to leave this is because the CV seems very, very intent on striking me. It's an independent, so probably an experienced CV player. Well, maybe. Well, considering how he plays, yeah, he is. He's going after the destroyer, so definitely something an experienced CV player does. Anyway, we're gonna go for the... Oh! Bet you didn't see those coming, Nevi. Huh? Nice torpedoes indeed. Anyway, next target, Bayan. We're gonna take the capstone and maybe torp the Bayan. I want to get as close as I can. Wait. Maybe I can't. I just realized the Bayan is actually gonna go this way around the island, but there's a better problem. Well, worse problem. The aircraft carrier is heading straight for me, which means that I'm gonna get spotted, and the Bayan will know exactly where I am. Not only that, the CV is probably gonna drop me. The worst part is, I don't actually have anti-air to get rid of the planes. They can sit on top of me for a very long time. So all we gotta do here, all we can do here, is just sit behind this rock and wait. But hey, maybe we can just reverse and drop the Bayan anyway. Just pretend that we're not spotted. Oh wow, that actually hit and started a fire. So I damage control partied, but this is actually kind of bad because they don't have last stand. And I really want to torp this Bayan. This is sketchy as hell. I just have to hope that my engine doesn't get knocked out, because I won't have a replacement. Okay, thankfully it didn't, and the smokescreen was good enough. But I think I didn't actually get to hit the Bayan anyway. The Furious angrily got rid of the battleship instead. The Independence is heading straight for us. I wonder whether the Independence is actually heading for me, or whether she is more interested in the battleships and just accidentally keeps running into me. Anyway, the only targets left are the Novorossiysk and the Fuso. So we're heading exactly in their direction. And the Independence seems to be in the same direction anyway, so let's do that. It's gonna be sketchy. 2000 HP, I don't have a smokescreen anymore, and there's an angry CV flying around, constantly very close to me. So this will be questionable. Now there is a T-61 also advancing on them, so maybe it'll be fine, because the T-61 might draw all the aggro. But I do want to get as close as I possibly can, because these battleships are gonna try to dodge, although maybe not quite the earliest, because the torpedoes reload so quickly that by the time I do get close, I might actually have another set of torps. Okay, the T-61 did get spotted. That's great news for me, is what I wanted to say, because the CV planes are aggroed towards the T-61. The problem is that the Fuso actually turned away because of that. So it's gonna be difficult for me to torp. Wait. Okay, never mind. Somebody else died. I was worried here for a moment that the T-61 died. Let's go after the Novorossiysk, because she actually will be, well, not right now. If she's turning away, then she won't be within torp range. T-61 was taken out. I wonder where the Independence is. I bet she's behind that island. Okay, I'm about as close as I possibly can get to this battleship. So I'm just gonna hope for the best with those torps, and next up we're gonna go after the Fuso. Hopefully the Fuso doesn't turn away this time and just turns closer to, I don't know, brawl with the Congo line of battleships. Well, I suppose it's a Haruna line of battleships this time. Oh no, the Independence did find me. This is terrible news. Very terrible news. Luckily though, we did hit the Novorossiysk. Goodbye. And that's a devastating strike. Fuso fired on me. Luckily, his shells just splashed all around my ship. Thank you for the cleaning. But she's gonna get to fire again because, well, the CV will just sit on top of me. On the bright side though, Oh, I didn't expect the CV torps here. Wow. Wow, never mind. I completely misplayed that. I was only worried about the Fusa, because there's no way a CV drop actually hits like that, right? On the bright side though, looking at the minimap, the Independence might have been preoccupied by the wrong ship. Come on, torps, please hit. Please. Oh, yes. Well, Independence, we got him anyway. A nice, just a flesh wound. And Independence right now is regretting paying all of that attention to poor old me. Should have paid a little bit more attention to the Icarus that snuck up on her. Man, Tier 5 is so much fun. Tier 6 as well. The Kamikaze R though is definitely overpowered, and that's why it's unavailable to get nowadays. I think at least. Anyway, we did 100k damage, we sank 4 ships, 2236 base XP. I mean, the T-61 did 1800, that's pretty good considering number 3 is at 1200, which is a more normal number at tier 5. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.